Hello, and welcome to our masterclass. So my streaming software is a little bit behind Facebook. So I'm just going to check if all the technology is working, and as I'm doing it, welcome. I'm sure more of you will be hopping on. So welcome to those who are joining me live, and welcome to those joining me on the replay as well, because that's just as powerful and just as important. So let me just check if my technology is working. I'm going to tag everybody. People are still joining our group. Oh my god, guys, but I cannot contain my excitement. I am so excited. This is such powerful masterclass that not only, what I'll be teaching you has not only changed my life completely, but it's changed thousands and thousands of women's lives. Okay, so that's why I can't wait to share it with you. So bear with me as I'm checking my tech. Yes, I'm live. Amazing. So let me tag everyone so everybody can find me, because not everyone can always find my lives for some strange reasons. But as you're hopping on, please say hello. Let me know if you can hear me okay as well. Let me just check. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. So so today it's gonna be such a beautiful masterclass. I'll be sharing it with you some slides as well. So let me get that set up now. Bear with me. Okay, amazing. Yay! Here we are. So today I'll be sharing with you quite a lot of information. Although this is a freebie, this is a free masterclass, I'll be sharing it with you exactly step by step. My channeled 5D business model is the world's first business model. Okay. So please make sure, you take notes, you really absorb all the information, because I'm not going to be holding back. It's going to be a kind of long masterclass, but there's so much information I want to share with you. Because I know that when you learn this information, when you actually implement it in your own business, this will change your life. I know this because I've gone through this journey. My clients have gone through this journey, and this will be on the replay, so you can always go back, re-listen. So make sure you treat this as if you pay thousands and thousands of pounds for this, because it is really worth it. Okay, so let me see if I have any comments. I'll be checking comments. Hi Lucy, you found me. Amazing. And remember to participate. The more you participate, the more you engage, the more you'll retain information, and it will feel more real for you as well. So the 5D business model, it's all about helping you create a widely successful soul-led business. Okay, so this is for people who truly feel like they're meant for more. People who feel that they want to create massive impact in other people's lives. So spiritual workers, healers, light workers, psychics, mediums, coaches, you're all my people, right? And we're learning how to create a business that actually flows with ease and grace and creates, and this is the most important thing, profound impact, abundant success, and lasting wealth. Okay, so everything I'm going to be sharing with you today has been actually divinely channeled from 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, and the Pleiadians. And we combine their knowledge with proven, practical, powerful business strategy. And I'll be sharing with you how you can actually, the importance of using this strategy and designing it, tailoring specifically to you. So I just want to make something very, very clear, that we really ditch the old programming and outdated business models that push rigid strategies rooted in fear, scarcity, hassle, and hardship culture. And instead, we step into a new era of business. I see it as a massive revolution in business. So, where we really create success, wealth, and impact from embracing our authenticity, standing in our power, and leading from love, ease, and flow. Okay, so who is excited? Let me know. Even when you're jumping on replays, please participate, because this will really help you retain everything, and this will make it so real for you. So who's excited for this? I am so excited. I can't wait to share this with you. But before we get started, let me get comfy. First, I want to tell you a little bit about me, about my journey, you know, why I'm here, what led me onto this journey. So let me check. I will also be opening, like after the masterclass, I will also be opening Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, because I will be checking my comments, but you know, as I'm in my flow, I might miss some questions. Okay. So first of all, who am I? Okay, so I always like to joke that, you know, during the day, you can see on the photo here, you know, that's my beautiful family. You know, I'm a mom. I'm a really hands-on, full-time mom. You know, Eric is in school already. Joy goes to nursery 3 mornings a week. And, you know, I'm a very dedicated mom, you know, during the day. But at night, I always say that I turn into this, like, powerhouse coach, healer, and you know, I really help people create amazing, widely successful businesses, and you know, that is my purpose, that's my passion. So I'm the founder of the world's first 5D business model, and although there are some people currently who are shifting, who realize that the 3D business model does not longer align, and they're trying to bring intuition into their business, which is amazing, you know, that's the first step. And you know, this is actually the first 5D business model that takes you through different pillars, showing you exactly how to create business solely for, you know, in a 5D way. We'll be talking about the difference between 3D and 5D, and why it's so much easier to create wealth and abundance from a 5D place. Okay. I'm a healer, so I have my own healing modality that I've channeled as well, that I use with my clients to heal any blocks they've got. I'm obviously 5D business coach as well. I'm a spiritual leader, and I'm a channel. So I channel 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, and the Pleiadians. So the 5D consciousness, what it really, you know, teaches us is how you can create wealth and abundance from a place of authenticity, from a place of connecting to who you truly are, stepping into your power, superpower, I always call it, and spreading your gifts and talents, you know, across the globe. So there's a lot of wisdom, obviously, from that consciousness in the business model. Abundance consciousness teaches us how we can tap into the frequency of abundance. So it's all about, we are all abundant, we are all abundance. It's all about just tapping into that. So again, my clients are able to quantum leap. They're able to bend time, because my clients typically go from having no business whatsoever, or really struggling to attract clients consistently, to creating, you know, 10, 60K months consistently in a space of 3-4 months. So, you know, there's a lot of work that we do, and it's not only business side that we're doing. Obviously, there's a massive internal transformation that goes with it as well. So that knowledge comes from abundance consciousness. And then we have the Pleiadians. So I work with Pleiadians mainly on manifestation. So they shared with me a beautiful manifestation technique of, again, how to speed things up when it comes to our manifesting. Okay. So, yeah, but my story, you know, I've not always been doing this work. My story, really spiritual story, starts in corporation. So I follow the typical conditioned thinking of how to get to happiness, right? Like you go to school, you go to college, you go to university, then you get into corporate life, you climb up the ladder, and then, you know, happiness comes. And obviously that wasn't the case for me. I fell into HR, so I studied psychology. Because I knew I've always wanted to help people in some capacity. I just didn't know how, so psychology felt like the obvious option. But then I fell into HR, and I climbed up the ladder. I got nearly to the top, and that's when I realized that I was actually deeply unhappy. I had clinical depression, anxiety, I had panic attacks, I had identity crisis, which led to then, you know, questioning myself, questioning my life, my choices, and I reconnected to that feeling. I've always had that feeling of, I'm meant for more. I want to create impact. I want to help people. How many of you here, feel this way? How many of you feel that, you've always had a calling, you've always wanted to help people, you've always meant for more, and that's always a good sign that you are on the right path, because just because you feel it, that means it's all meant for you. Okay, so my idea was, to, when I was deeply depressed, to really connect to who I am, to really understand what my purpose is. I became obsessed with it, and in a space of 3 months I connected to my purpose. I started getting trained as a coach. So my purpose has always been, to help other people connect to their purpose and turn it into thriving businesses. I've expanded on it now a little bit more, but that's really the main thing of what I do. I started training as a transformational coach, and I completely quit my job and I started my business in a space of 3 months. Everything started happening super quickly for me. The first 2 months of my business were the biggest struggle because I couldn't attract any clients. So I didn't have any business knowledge when I started. I simply thought that, I have big heart and I'm so passionate about it. I truly just want to help people. And I thought that if you have just big heart, beautiful intention behind you, it would just happen. I was like, universe is behind me, come on, it would just happen, right? And no, it didn't happen, right? So I started, following different business coaches. I started learning about social media. I knew I wanted to reach people globally, so I knew I wanted to use social media for that. So I started learning about it, but everything I was learning and I was implementing in my business, didn't actually get me anywhere. And so there was a lot of frustration. I was questioning my purpose. I wanted to give it all up. And after 2 months, I had to ask myself a really important question. It's time to either go back to 9 to 5 because money was going down and down and down, or you invest in your business, you invest in somebody to help you, right? And I think it's very important in all our journeys to realize where our shortcomings are. If you want to start a business and you have no knowledge of business, you don't know how social media works, if you're not attracting clients consistently, part of it, small part of it, but there's part of it that is lack to knowledge. And that's actually the easiest to fix. So I hired a coach, business coach, and I'm so grateful to her because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. She taught me social media, she taught me business strategies that actually started generating money. So in my 3rd month, I created my first ever 10K launch. It's so warm in here. We have very high temperatures in the UK now, and it's very hot. So although I've learned how to create 10K launches, it was taken launches. Every time I launched a program, I would get 10K, but because I was using a strategy that was so misaligned, I needed time to recover from it. And back then I didn't understand what was happening. The strategy that I got taught, it was just so time consuming. I was working, that was before I became a mom, by the way. So I was working 10 hours a day. I was like cold messaging people. I was like trying to be present in Facebook groups. Oh my God, it was so exhausting, but it was producing money. So people from the outside, they were like, wow, amazing, making 10K launches. But I was burning out. It was completely out of alignment. And by the end of first year, I thought to myself, if this is how my life needs to look like to make money, I don't think this is for me. So again, I felt like I was so close to giving up because I just felt like, no, I just can't deal with the business strategy and the marketing. So how many of you here feel like you're trying to attract clients, you are present on social media, you are promoting your services, but clients aren't coming in? And I know how painful that is, because I know how painful it is when you have your heart on your sleeve and you just really want to help people, and you have amazing offers, you can help people, like change people's lives, but nobody's listening, like you're not visible, right? It is the worst thing ever. So I was so close to giving up, and then I got pregnant, and that's when everything shifted for me, right? So when I became pregnant, I realized, I want to be mom first and foremost. Business has to be around my baby and I. And it was time to massively shift my business. So for the first time ever, I started utilizing my spirituality, and I started thinking, how do I want my life to look like? I started following my joy and my intuition. So I got rid of the whole strategy I've learned, and I've just really I just left, what was left from the strategy was the things that I enjoyed doing in order to attract clients. And I started really tapping into my intuition, into my own guidance, and I started really using the guidance and the strategy that I used, and I started combining it. And in a space of 6 months, I hit my first 6-figure year, working 1 to 3 hours a day, being a first-time mom. It was just like the craziest thing ever, because I started using energetic spirituality, and I started mixing it with a business strategy. And that's when I thought, I'm onto something here. And this was the beginning of the 5D business model. It was in its infancy. Right now, it looks very different to what it was before, but I got the right idea. Okay. So I started making money from a place of ease and flow, from a place of happiness, higher vibration. And seriously, when I ditched the hardship, the old business strategies that I was taught, and the marketing, everything just started aligning, and everything just started flowing to me. And with my second baby, I reduced my hours even more, and I was working only 1 hour a day for 1 year, and my business still kept growing. And I never had a business team behind me as well, so I was always doing it by myself. So I've experienced massive growth in the last 6 years. And then spiritual awakening number 2 came, where I really activated my spiritual gifts. So that's where I became a channel. So that's where the 5D consciousness came, abundance consciousness, and the Pleiadians came. That's where they gave me new wisdom, new knowledge, and they gave me the prediction. So what came through was that, the 3D business model is going to collapse. So currently everything we know about business, everything you know about business, everything is 3D, right? Everything is rooted in fear, scarcity, greed, and consumerism. And as you know, our planet shifted to 5D, right? And that doesn't mean that humanity has shifted to 5D. Some people have, some people haven't. We are all on our own paths. But because humanity is becoming more and more aware of what's happening, they're becoming more in tune with who they truly are. Those 3D old-fashioned marketing tactics and business models, people will not align with it anymore. Obviously, it's a process, but it will happen. So the predictions that they gave me is that the 3D business model, as we know it, will collapse across all industries, right? So they've given me a new business model to really teach people how to create business from a place of love and alignment and authenticity. Because right now, a lot of things we see on social media is rooted in fear, and so people use manipulative tactics, and there's lots of lies on social media, right? So they've given me a whole business model that obviously I'm sharing with you now. And it's important because they say, especially for spiritual workers, soul-led entrepreneurs and women, this is going to be a game changer for them, because the reason why they're struggling so much with the traditional marketing in business is because the old-fashioned 3D models are low in frequency, and we are soul-led entrepreneurs and women, we are on higher vibrational frequency. So when you're on a high vibrational frequency and you bring yourself down to use something that is of low vibrational frequency, there's a massive clash, and it will never work for you and your business. Okay, so that's why this is such a revolutionary way of doing business. That's why it's so important. Okay, I can see more people are hopping on. Welcome. Yes, so 5D business model. The main principle, one thing I really want you to remember from this masterclass is that we all have our own unique energetic blueprint for success. So if you have been following other coaches and they teach you, this is the one and only business strategy and you must follow it and you must do exactly how I teach you. If you don't, then you fail. That's bullshit. That's not true. That's the opposite of what the 5D business model is, right? We are all very different. We have different skills, different talents, different abilities, different personalities. So never, ever follow somebody who just say this is the way to be, and if you don't do it, you're not going to succeed. You have your own energetic blueprint. So this is very, very important. And I will take you through the whole 6 pillars of my model, but I just want to quickly summarize the main 2 aspects of this. So the first thing, how you can activate your unique energetic blueprint for your success, abundance, money, clients, however you see success, is connecting to your true self. Okay? And the problem here is that a lot of people say, yeah, but I'm authentic. I know who I am. But most people don't. And that's the problem. Most people think they know who they are because they operate from the identity that they have learned, through conditioning. We've learned to be in a certain way, but that's not who we truly are, right? So in order to really connect and activate your energetic blueprint for success, you need to connect to your true self. And then from that place, you'll be able to really connect to your purpose and impact. Purpose, it is the impact you're here to create on a soul level. Your soul came on this earth with a specific mission, and you need to understand what that is. And when I work with soul-led women, they all say one thing. Yeah, we're here to spread the light. We're here to create impact. We want to help people. Yeah, we all have the same purpose here. But what is your specific purpose and impact? And a lot of people I work with, they actually have no idea what that is. And that is a massive block, and that is a big problem, okay? And your superpower, a lot of people think, oh, because I've been trained in this modality, because I'm a psychic, because I'm a medium, because I'm a Reiki practitioner, because I'm a hypnotherapist, like that's who I am, this is what my superpower is. Yeah, that could be part of it, but we need to understand that our superpower is so much more than what we've learned. It's something innate, it's something at your soul level, it's like your gifts, right? So to give you an example from my journey, at the beginning, I was able to tap into people's soul and get intuitive guidance for them, and I was really able to help them get their own guidance. So I knew if they were creating business from the mind or from their soul. But I still at that time didn't activate my spiritual gifts, which is now like they've blown up, and now I feel like the impact I'm creating is so much more profound because I am able to channel, I am able to heal them at a deep level. I was never a healer before, right? So it's similar with my clients. I feel like they think they know it, but as we go deeper into this work, they either deepen their spiritual gifts or other gifts they've got, or they activate something that they've never known existed, right? And that is who you are. This is your power, and you need to back it energetically, when you go out there and talk about it. But I'll talk about this more when we talk about the pillars. And then the second part that will activate your energetic blueprint for success is the soul aligned and channeled business strategy. Business strategy just allows you to go out there, be visible, and spread your magic to other people. So, it is important to take aligned action, and know how you need to be showing up, what steps you need to be taking in an online world to attract people to you, so you don't have to chase them. They'll just come to you. So, we'll be talking about that. So it's really stepping into that powerful leader and following the right strategy for you, specifically for you. Evelina fully agreed. Only from the deep connection with yourself you can bring extraordinary things into your life. Absolutely. And the thing is, a lot of people struggle so much, right? Because they're so out of alignment with who they truly are, with the business strategy they're doing, and they're making things so much harder for themselves. But when you are actually connected and you're doing things from a place of alignment, and you get your own intuitive or channeled guidance, actually things come with so much ease and flow. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching this to you today. So now I want to make sure that you are very clear about the difference between 3D and 5D business models, okay? So 3D is rooted in fear, greed, consumerism, and scarcity. So people, and a lot of spiritual workers do that as well, because the minute you step into the business world, like it's like, oh my God, I need to make money fast. And there's lots of scarcity mindset and even greed, as well. So 5D business model is rooted in love that you have for yourself, love that you have for your clients, expansion, intuition, soul alignment, abundance, and authenticity. So 3D business model is driven by fear, scarcity, and competition. Do you sometimes listen to those motivational speakers who are like, you need to wake up an hour before your competitors to, just to gain the edge? And I'm just like, no, there's no competition. In our world, there's contribution, there's flow, there's love, there's purpose. You are unique. And that's the thing. When you're creating a business with me, we tap into your uniqueness, your superpower. We channel wisdom and knowledge that only you can deliver to the rest of the world. There's nobody else like you. So there's absolutely no competition. You don't need to worry about it. Success defined by hustle, productivity, money, external validation. That's all 3D. 5D, it's all about fulfillment, impact, alignment, and energetic wealth. Right? So a lot now, what I see right now, even in spiritual world, which is quite concerning, is that it's all about who makes more money, who makes more success, who makes more progress. And it's all good. But that, that overpowers why we started it in the first place. Where is love? Where is care? Where is, where is the impact? I've just signed up a client one-on-one client who said to me, my other coaches, like, I paid premium prices for them, but they were giving me 15 minutes of their time. And, you can be so good, right? Maybe you're so amazing that 15 minutes will sort your clients. But especially my clients, that when they're starting from scratch in business, or when they're not creating a consistent income, 15 minutes is not enough to create that transformation they need to be where they want to be, right? So we are connecting to care, love, and impact more. And as a byproduct, wealth comes, right? Business strategy in 3D is very rigid, very linear, data-only decisions, right? We look at statistics and then that drives our decisions. Business strategy in 5D is soul-led. It's intuitive, channeled, it's co-creation with the universe. Leadership style in 3D is very dominance, control, hierarchy. You need to be loud, you need to be masculine, Leadership style in 5D is embodied, it's authentic, it's empowering, and it's loving as well. Marketing, of course, aggressive in 3D, pain point heavy, if you don't sign up with me, you will fail, you will you'll be depressed forever, right? Very manipulative tactics, lots of lies, right? So, I've been burned by coaches as well, where, they've told me that they make X amount of money and it was all bullshit. That's why I'm so passionate about this model, because, be authentic. Authenticity attracts your clients. Never ever lie. Never ever lie. It just destroys people, and I've been a recipient of that. People who lie, obviously they're unhealed, they're not healed yet, they don't feel that they're worthy. They feel that they need to lie in order for people to buy from them. This is just so wrong. Marketing in 5D, it's magnetic, it's heart-centered, it's truth-based. Energy in 3D, contracted, burnt out, prone, disconnected from intuition, because it's like work more, you earn more, work more, it's a hustle culture. Energy in business model in a 5D, it's expansive, it's regulated, it's high vibrational, and it's very, very aligned, okay? Time orientation in 3D, urgent, rushed, right? Future focus, never enough. We want more. And in 5D, it's present moment, it's timeless, it's quantum leaps. Mindset, work harder to achieve more. Mindset in 5D, align deeper to receive more. Connection to yourself in 3D, absolutely, there's no connection, right? Everything that you connected to your mind, to your ego, that's the biggest drive. 5D business model is deeply rooted in your soul, inner truth, and higher guidance. Okay? Does that all make sense? Let me know if this makes sense. So, typical journey of my clients, and I want to tell me where you are on this journey right now, okay? Because I want you to know that my clients, fair enough, they achieve amazing results, anything between 10 to 60K months following our transformation, but that's not where they start. We've all been through a massive transformational journey before we start getting into alignment with wealth, abundance, success, and impact. So I work with people who have this massive calling. They know they're meant for more. They love helping people. Is that you? Give me a yes in comments if that's you, because that's definitely been me, and that was the main reason why I've started this business. But right now, they feel like, I really want to help people. I love helping people. I've got this massive calling, and they love helping people, right? But the minute they think about, business side, I need to go out there, I need to attract clients, I need to be visible. It's like, oh my God, no, like there's massive overwhelm, right? They don't associate themselves with a business. Why? Because business right now is rooted in 3D. So naturally, there's this connection, right? Let me know in comments below if that is you. Do you feel overwhelmed right now when it comes to attracting clients? They're completely out of alignment with traditional marketing. So they feel like, they might have tried different marketing strategies, and they just don't want to do it. It just doesn't vibe with them, right? And they're full of fear, doubt, scarcity mindset. So a lot of my clients, money worries, they rush decisions. They just want to promote just to get any money in. So there's like they're in massive fear, right? And doubt. They doubt themselves. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in their power. So doubt is the biggest block to your superpower, to understanding, the impact you're here to create. Lucy, being in 3D business but doesn't work for me, but full of fear to be me in the scary world of business and money. Yes. And that's the thing, like we need to start changing our belief system around, the world, like scary world, money is scary. It really isn't, right? Especially when you start connecting to abundance, consciousness. Oh my God, it's like the most beautiful energy about, and then, when you connect to money energy, again, it's very, very beautiful. I think it's our mind that tricks us to thinking that it's all bad, right? So this is how they start, right? But then as we start going through the business model that I'll be teaching you in a minute, they really connect to their power. They really connect to themselves. They understand the purpose, the impact, and they start tapping into the person who is about to create that impact, which is very loving, very empowered, very confident. They create life-changing programs. They channel their own programs. They channel wisdom and knowledge that is so new, so revolutionary, so different, and so needed for their own soul-aligned clients. Because a lot of the time what happens is if you're promoting services that is not aligned with your soul, you are not attracting people who meant to work with you. And I've had so many times clients who said to me, finally, where have you been, all these years, right? Because I needed to change and transform in order to attract certain types of clients. And it's the same with you, right? Like you need to be stepping into the role of this beautiful, like amazing leader. And I know when I say leader, a lot of people say, no, that's not me. Like I want to help people, but I want to be invisible, and it doesn't work like that, and I know because I've gone through this journey, I wanted to be invisible. I wanted just the people knock on my door and be like, hey, do you want to help me? But, it's all about connecting to that power, and that will help you. And when you start creating programs and start channeling things, you feel like, oh my God, this is like the best thing in the world. I love that you fall in love with your programs, you fall in love with your business, and that then helps you become more visible because you will naturally want to share it. They become leaders. They go from being like, no, I don't want to be visible, I'm scared to talking to people, I don't know what I'm talking about, to being like, fuck yeah, this is who I am. Like they energetically back themselves, they're confident, and they're going out there and they're creating the impact they meant for. And they create widely successful businesses. They are empowered, confident, connected, grounded, and fucking wealthy. Okay, and that's where I want everybody to be. I see this as a beginning of a massive global revolution when it comes to business and when it comes to women. I want every woman to build their business on their terms so they have choice. If you want to work 10 hours a day, fine, do it. But trust me, that's probably not in your alignment. If you want to work 1 to 3 hours a day and have freedom or be a mom, you can do that too, but you do not sacrifice your impact, your success, or wealth, right? This is so important. Us as women, we have such amazing power to create all this from place of intuition, and like very few people can do this, right? So I'm on a mission. You can probably tell I'm like sweating here. Like, I'm so passionate about this, because actually the success, the impact and wealth can come so easily to you. But obviously there are blocks in our way. There's mind, there's conditioning, and we just need to deprogram ourselves, or whatever the world is. So when it comes to my business model, I say my, but I really feel like it's not only mine. Obviously, I'm working with my 3 amazing guides here. It's all about self-mastery. I know that you are your best coach, guru, guide. Nobody knows how to get you to your success. Only you know. Only your soul. Your soul is your best guidance. Only your soul knows how to get you there the fastest and with most ease, right? So when I work with my clients, I want to make sure that they have all the tools they need to do it themselves. So I help them, so I teach them my healing modality. So not only I heal them, of course, every week we have a session, but I teach them how they can do it themselves. So I don't certify them. I just basically teach them my healing modality so they can heal themselves, okay, from any blocks. I teach them the knowledge. So I give them the knowledge about social media strategies so they know how to make money. But also I teach them how to channel information, how to receive intuitive guidance, and how to actually implement it in a real world, because a lot of people are very good at getting their intuitive guidance, but they are stuck. They're like, but how do I actually implement it in a real world, right? In a 3D world. So I make sure that my clients can do that, so that by the end of us working together, they will never ever need another coach, any guru, anybody, healer, right? So here are 6 pillars of my model, and I'll talk you through every single pillar in a minute. So the first one is healing and expanding your energy. Pillar 2 is activating your power and your soul vision. Pillar 3 is embodiment, right? So it's embodying your next level self. Pillar 4 is all about creating your soul-aligned business foundation. 5, mastering the soul-aligned business strategy. And 6, designing your sustainable growth and freedom model. The first 3 pillars, they are ongoing throughout your business journey, throughout your life, right? Like you'll be always healing. You'll be always activating your power and stepping into your soul vision. And you'll be always embodying your next level self. Like, that's ongoing. But the following 3 pillars, 4, 5, and 6, that's a step-by-step process, right? So you cannot be jumping ahead, because a lot of people I see is that, oh, I've become a certified Reiki practitioner, I'm going to go straight into marketing, straight into pillar 5, and they fail. Why? Because they haven't healed, they haven't activated their vision, they haven't embodied their next level self, and they definitely have not created business foundations, okay? So let me talk you through so I'm just going to use webcam now, because I don't have slides for this. So I've got my notes to make sure that I don't miss anything. So yeah. So okay. Let me just get this sorted. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the first pillar, okay, is healing and expanding your energy. So the first thing we must remember is that we are whole, right? Deep down, at our core, at our essence, we are whole, okay? And as we progress through life, we are being conditioned. We learn behaviors, we adopt our identity through our society, and our society teaches us to use our mind, to use our ego, right? And this creates massive disconnect. So it's like within us, there's almost like 2 parts of us, our mind and our ego, and our soul or heart, however you want to call it. I call it soul, right? And your mind is designed to keep you safe. You know, it protects you. You know, it's survival. So every time you try to create business, especially that is soul-led business, that will create massive growth, expansion. You know, that's not what the mind wants. Your mind wants you to be in your comfort zone, so it's nicely protected, it's safe, and that's the job's done, right? Your soul, on the other hand, wants expansion, wants growth. Your soul knows that you're able to create success, abundance, and impact, right? Your soul wants that for you. That's why you have this inner calling that will never go away until you fulfill your purpose, okay? But there's this conflict between your mind and your soul, because your mind wants one thing for you, your soul wants something completely different, and you're just like, and you feel like you're in this inner battle all the time. But it's very important to understand that when you're starting your business, right, when you make that decision, it's like, okay, that's it, I'm going to follow my soul, I'm going to follow my path, let's do this. Your mind naturally floods you with fears, with doubts, with limiting beliefs, with any old trauma that can stop you, right? But you need to understand why that's happening, because it's a survival instinct for our mind. It's not true, right? That's just all illusions. That's all that we've been taught. That's not who you truly are. Your mind is not who you truly are. Your mind is actually very limiting you. So it's very important when you're creating business to disconnect from your mind as much as possible and connect to your soul, because your soul will guide you to limitless potential, limitless opportunities, okay? You need to understand that the key to your amazing life comes from getting back to your wholeness, to your essence, to your truth, to your soul, okay? That's the main key to your success, okay? However, a lot of people are stuck in the mind, the fear. It's too real, right? I have bills to pay, I have rent to pay, you know, and like it contracts our energy. So as you're going through this process, especially as you're starting up, it's important to heal. It's important to recognize what emotions you're feeling, what beliefs you have, and it's important to heal. And a lot of people get it so completely wrong. You know, they think, I'm broken. Because it's true, you know, the more you heal, the more sometimes comes up, and you're thinking, oh my God, what else do I have to heal? And the thing is, you will not heal one thing or two things. There will be like tens of things to heal, right? One thing will lead to another, and one thing will lead to another. But the good thing is that when you start feeling all these blocks, these emotions or feelings or beliefs, that means you're on the right path. That means you've shaken something up. You're ready to release those things. So first of all, it's very important to know how to release your emotions in a very healthy way, okay? Because a lot of, especially manifestation gurus, they teach, you know, positivity, alignment. You need to have high vibe all the time, only positive thinking, positive feelings. And that was me. Right? I was able to get to success very, very quickly because I was so good at brainwashing myself and also bypassing my emotions. I felt something, fear, oh, it's okay. Like I was so good at embodying my next level without actually healing that I got where I wanted to get because I was so good at raising my vibration. But then it all started to collapse when I went through second spiritual awakening and I was like, I should have done it maybe more regularly. You know, I should have been healing more regularly, and that's when I was like, oh my God, okay, this is actually really, really important. That's why I talk about this. You know, when you're feeling things, it's important to, we need to understand that feelings, emotions, they're not good or bad. They're just a message to you. So if you're not listening to this, if you're just pushing aside, it will come back with greater force. Okay, so you can release, remember, and energy, like emotions, energy is everywhere, right? Everything is energy. So emotions, feelings, beliefs, they're all energy. You can shift them quite quickly. It doesn't take years and years and years to shift it. It doesn't take years and years and years to heal. You don't need to be completely healed. You will never be completely healed. A lot of people, they come to me and said, you know, I've been healing 7 years and I'm still broke, right? And I'm just like, yeah, because healing will not actually get you to your success. It's a beautiful part of it because it actually helps you release the block so you create more space for what you want. But if you just heal constantly, and you're still not embodying your next level and you still go back to your normal life, nothing will actually change. You might feel better, you might feel lighter, but nothing will actually change, you know? So there's more to healing. You need more than healing to actually create fundamental change in your life. So, sorry, I think I've done everything. So please never think that you're broken and you need to be fixed, because that's your mind talking. Remember, you are whole, right? And conditioning can create, or your past lives, your trauma can create blocks in your current life for sure. That's why healing is amazing. But don't be fooled. Like how I like to do it is, every pillar that you've seen in my business model is actually designed to shake things up for you energetically. So more things can come up so we can heal it, right? But only heal it when it comes up. A lot of people think like, okay, so what is it? Like, I'm broken. Like, what else can I heal? And they just like digging things up, and they stuck in a healing cycle. And that can also be your mind's trick for procrastination. A lot of people I know, right? They just want to heal. They want to distract themselves from doing the actual business work. And they just like, oh, but I'm not healed yet. I'm still feeling that fear. I first need to heal that. No. You're doing everything the same time. I don't know that word. I can't pronounce it. Right? The same time. You have to do it the same time to like build your energy, to compound your energy so you can quantum leap. The second step in that pillar is expanding your energy. This is so important because a lot of people who come to work with me, they're very contracted. Their energy, they're full of fear, they're full of doubt, they're full of money worries. They just like, they like this. Their mission is like this, their purpose is like this, but they come to me like this. And the first thing is to expand your energy so you can hold more things, you can hold more clients, you can hold more money, you can hold more opportunities, more wealth, right? So it's very important to expand your energy, and that will actually prepare you for your quantum leap. How do we do that? First of all, you need to align with love. A lot of people in this industry, right, who really have the right intention, they have massive heart, they want to help people, because they are so loving, and we all are. We all loving, we giving, we caring, we just like, oh, want to help people. And the chances are that you have been hurt before by other people, that they have taken advantage of you. And what happens to us naturally is that we build massive walls around our heart. And this is very, very big problem because 5D business model is all about love. Not only you have to love yourself, but you need to let love energy, love frequency come to your body and expand outwards. That will help you expand your heart energy, expand your whole field. And through love, we actually attract people. Only through love, you'll be able to create the transformation you're meant for. And only through giving love to your clients, they will be able to open up and transform. So many of my clients that are like, I've been training these beautiful modalities, but my clients are still not getting the results I want them to. Or they're getting like big spikes of feeling better, but then they go back down. Why? Because first of all, you're not actually promoting what you're meant to be promoting because you're still not tapped into your superpower and you haven't channeled the program that meant to be life-changing. But also, my throat is getting so dry because of this weather. But also because you're not giving them the love they desire and they need to change because you're not giving it to you. So I had to heal massively the trust issues I had with people. I was always scared, they're going to take advantage of me. You need to put very good boundaries as well, because you can be so loving, but you also need boundaries in place. Okay, so that's the first step, is expanding your energy, expanding your heart center. Okay, and then you need to learn how to trust, how to surrender, and how to release resistance. This goes, obviously, this is hard, okay? This should come really naturally to us when you connect to your core, but it is very difficult simply because our conditioning teaches us something completely different, right? It goes very against our hustle culture, hardship culture, you have to work hard to make money culture, right? Like, well, you want to just trust and surrender? Are you crazy, right? But that's the truth, when you when it comes to my clients, they come to me and they're in a rush. They're like, no, but I want to make money. I want to make money today. How can I do this? And I will never say to you, it's an overnight success. Yes, my clients achieve amazing quick success, 3 to 4 months, right? But it requires work. It requires transformation. It requires healing. It requires complete identity shift. There's a lot that has to happen before you even start getting into the, attracting abundance vibes, right? So a lot of us rush things. We want it now. But rushing taints what we're here to create. You are here to create an actual masterpiece. Something that is so revolutionary, something that is life-changing for your clients and will create impact in the world. I know this for sure. I've seen this happening over and over and over again. But what happens is when you rush, when you're in scarcity mindset, when you're in a money worry, you taint this process. You're not in the present moment. You're not connecting. You're not getting your guidance because you're in the do mode, right? And that taints not only your creation, it taints the whole process, and it creates more and more blocks. The more you rush, the more in scarcity mindset you are, the more of that you attract. So actually rushing will slow down your progress and process and results, right? So by trusting, surrendering, releasing resistance, being in present moment, operating with flow, listening to your soul, that in fact will quantum leap you. So many times people are like, no, but I feel like resting, my body is so tired, but I can't, I need to post because how else am I going to make money? No, that's wrong. Go and rest. It's all about following your balance and, operating within your inner seasons. You need to be really in tune with your body. You need to be in tune with your soul. If your soul says, take a day off and realign, go to nature, spend a whole day by the beach, you do that because that will catapult you. Remember, we're creating business from energetic standpoint. We attracting wealth and abundance from a place of ease and flow. If that's the path you're choosing, then you need to do the work. You need to listen to your guidance, okay? So remember that only when you're expanding your energy and you follow your harmony, your balance, your inner seasons, you trust, you're surrendering that, and you're following your guidance, that will quantum leap you. You will get there so much quicker, okay? So the second pillar is activating your power and soul vision. This is so important. And this will naturally happen as we start healing, as we start working on your emotions. And as you start expanding your energy, you will naturally connect more to who you truly are, to your core, to your heart. You will be connecting to your essence, right? So remember that in 5D, success comes from expressing your authentic self, your innate talents and your gifts, okay? So the first thing that I always do with my clients when we do this work is we connect to their soul-aligned vision. And people come to me, they're like, yeah, but I know what I want. I want a big house. I want to go on holidays all the time. I want a 10K month, and yeah, that's what I want. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's all good. You do what you want, right? But then we connect to their soul, and it's like, well, actually, what's in your alignment is not 10K months, it's actually 50K months, right? And a lot of people are like, whoa, and, they see the impact. They see that they're on stages, or they see that they're writing books, or they see that they have this beautiful, amazing program, or they see people being so grateful for their work. And they're like, oh my God, my soul-aligned vision is actually so much greater than what I thought it was. Because they're actually creating their vision and business from an ego place, right? I want to go on holidays, I want to have a big house, and your soul-aligned vision could be all that as well. But what I'm saying is that it's important to connect to your soul-aligned vision so it's real and it's energetically charged and it's authentic to you, because a lot of us have vision that's mind and ego driven without even realizing. And we're thinking, why are we not getting it? It's because it's not you. It's not authentic. It's probably created by your society. And that's what you think you want to feel happy and fulfilled. At the end of the day, we always craving for fulfillment and happiness and love, right? So it's very important, and this was my biggest quantum leap when I went from 10k months to my first 50k month in just 1 month, right? I actually connected to my soul aligned vision. When I saw the impact I wanted to create, why I wanted to create this impact, it was all about women, it was about children. Like, I got so aligned with it that like it quantum leaped me completely. And this is what's happening to my clients. When we have clear vision where we're going, when you see where you want to go, where you see what sort of person you need to become to get there, already you shifted, right? And my clients are able to see things materializing in their world so quickly because like straight away you shift your energy by getting that clarity, okay? And people say, you know, but I know who I am. I know, you know, like, you know, they think that, you know, I've got trained with this, you know, I'm a Reiki practitioner, let's say. Sorry, Reiki practitioners. Like, I work with a lot of Reiki practitioners, so that's why they're in my mind. But, you know, they say, you know, this is who I am, you know, I'm a Reiki practitioner. But you are so much more than that, right? Like, this is only like the beginning of your journey. That's how I see it. So people imitate others, people follow their own, people like get trained by a guru or a trainer or a teacher, and they think, oh, like this is their methodology, I cannot go beyond that, or I cannot change it because that's not the way I've been taught, right? But that keeps you so limited and so in a box, right? So it's very important to know that, you know, these are all great tools, amazing, but let's connect deeper to your superpower and know and you know, and know really who you are and activate your gifts. Because if you just pigeonhole yourself or box yourself in, there's no room for anything else, okay? So remember, you need to be authentic. And a lot of people, again, when it comes to marketing, you know, they see coaches who are very successful on paper, or, you know, whether it's true or not, we don't know. And they're like, okay, I want to sound that like them, or I want to be like them. And sometimes it's unconscious things. It's actually our subconscious teaches us to imitate others, right? But also remember, that's not who you are, right? You need to find your own truth. You need to find your own voice. You need to find your own way of being visible. And some people think that they know already who they are, and they're doing all the right things on social media, and they're like, I'm still not getting clients. Why? Why? It's because you're not energetically backing your message. You're still full of fear. You're not being confident in what you do, right? There's still things that need to be healed. So by doing this work, by, you know, in this pillar, what you really want to do is being aware of everything that I'm teaching you right now, right? Start being aware. Am I imitating someone? Am I just following somebody else's methodology? Is it really me? Just start questioning, right? Be curious. And start connecting deeper and deeper and deeper to who you truly are. Start connecting to your purpose. It's very important. So here is where we explore who you are, your purpose. Your purpose is the impact you're here to create. And everybody has very specific purpose. Very specific purpose. So now I work with lots of soul-led women, right? And they say, you know, I want to bring more light to the world. Yeah, we all do, but like, in what way? What do you want to do exactly, right? When I remember specifically, I worked with 2 Reiki practitioners. They actually were trained by the same trainer, and they sounded the same. I mean, they were like a replica, right? Like, I offer this Reiki, I offer the same Reiki, and, you know, they go out to the world and they promote it, and it's like, how, as a client, how are you meant to choose this one or that one? Like, you don't know, right? But then when we connected to their purpose, they were very different, right? One was about healing, helping people overcome suicidal, like, depression. Another one was helping people with creating soul-led businesses. Very different. No wonder when they were promoting Reiki business, nobody was coming, because it was so out of actually alignment. There was so much more to them than just that, right? Reiki, they both were using Reiki. They were using different things that we've discovered they had as well, like tarot, psychic, mediumship. And we've channeled their own specific programs that help their clients, right? Can you see how easy it is to pigeonhole yourself, right? So remember, in this pillar, it's all about connecting to who you truly are, your purpose, and your superpower. Here, it's about deepening your gifts, your talents, or activating like completely new ones that you've never known you've had, right? So it's very, very important. Here in this pillar, we also start channeling, opening our gifts and our channel. So we start channeling new wisdom, new knowledge, and that's when you start realizing that you are, like, there is a big deal. You are a big deal, right? You start understanding like, oh my God, this is the purpose I'm meant to create, and now I know how to create it. These are the teachings. Like, oh my God, these are my skills. This is my superpower, and like I know how to do it. How amazing is it? And here your whole energy shifts. You go from being, doubtful and not confident and fearful to be like, oh my God, I'm actually a big deal. I know how to do this. So this is like a very, very powerful pillar. Then pillar number 3 is embodying your next level self. So by this point, you will know what your soul vision is, and also you will see your soul, who you need to become, who you need to be to get to that vision, right? So you will have very clear idea who you need to become, and it's now the process of becoming. And so this is a massive death and rebirth portal, right? Here we do very deep healing, and it will trigger you in some crazy ways. But how my guides always tell me, healing, when you're doing it by yourself, it can be extremely difficult. Not many people can actually do it. It can be lonely, it can be just like crying your eyes out in bed, or it can be done in a very supportive, loving way with other people, right? When you hold people like in a safe space. And here it will be a lot of letting go of old identity. You will let go of your whole identity. Who you thought you were your whole life will be gone. And it's important to let that go to create space for your new rebirth, right? It's a hard process, but it's such a beautiful and necessary process. Without this, you'll be stuck at a minimum level of where you're operating right now. Whatever you're operating in right now will never change until you shift your identity, your whole energy, right? So here we actually help people get to where they want to be, in terms of embodiment at different levels. We work with their mind, so the conscious mind. So you're very conscious about, okay, I'm actually scared of being visible. I'm scared of having money. Money doesn't feel safe, or whatever it is, right? Like, it consciously, it. So I help my clients reprogram their mind, but it's also important to heal at a deeper level, unconscious mind, subconscious mind. This is really what makes us, what controls our behavior, the subconscious. And obviously energetically, even going back to, past lives, our past lives have karma, and, that karma affects our current life, right? So this is very, very, very important to know, to heal at different levels. And also, I want to talk to you about characteristics of 5D leader, So we operate from place of love always. We are operating from place of abundance. We are intuitive, we are aligned, we are working in harmony, in balance, in flow, with the right intention. Versus the whole masculine leaders that are very, 3D leaders that are very masculine, hustle-centered, scarcity mindset. There's ego, and they see clients as numbers, right? Like, I just want progress, I just want success, no matter what cost, right? So, so this is a beautiful pillar that's actually it's all about embodiment. And here we also tap into the abundance frequency when you start really tapping into, I am abundance, I'm abundant, and you start tapping into those beautiful energies of wealth as well, and money coming in. That really helps with embodiment. The 4th pillar is crafting your soul-aligned business foundation. And this is massive because literally 99% of people who come to work with me, they have no idea about this. They like, okay, I got trained as a Reiki practitioner and I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to promote in Facebook groups, cold calling, right? And that's not the way forward, right? That is like the hardest thing you can do in your business. So first of all, you need to understand that your purpose is your niche, right? And we are multidimensional beings, you're not stuck to one niche, right? Like what I do, with my clients is like, business, alignment, embodiment, healing, channeling, right? There's loads that I do with my clients, but everything I do has one specific message. I am aligned with my purpose. So your message, although you're doing so many different things with your clients, one thing needs to be very, very clear: your message. What is your purpose? What are you here to create? What is the impact you're here to bring? What is the problem you're solving for your clients? So although I solve so many things for my clients, right? Like we heal, we do the embodiment, right? Like we do business, growth, strategy, like everything, right? Like we do so many things. My main message really is that I help soul-led women create widely successful businesses. It's all about impact, success, and wealth in a 5D way, right? So you need to really understand how can you communicate? What is your message, so that when you come across your clients, they are very clear about who you are, what you do, how you do, what's so unique about you. A lot of people have no idea why they're so unique. It's because they haven't tapped into their uniqueness, their superpower, right? When you know, this is my superpower, I activated my gifts, this is the channeled wisdom I've got, and wisdom and knowledge, and this is the program I've created. You know who you are, you know what's good about it, you know how what you've created is so very different from everything else there. If you don't know this, it'll be very difficult for you to attract clients consistently and with ease, right? Because there is massive noise out there, right? You need to cut the bullshit, and not only from a strategy point of view and marketing, but also energetically. When you are not embodying who you truly are and your purpose, when you're not becoming the leader you're meant to be, it's just not going to work. Right? And I'm being honest, it's not going to work. It's going to be hard for you. And I don't want this to be hard for you. It doesn't have to be hard for you. Okay? So remember, similar to what I said to you previously about my 2 clients, Reiki clients, right? They niche, their business, they were so very different, right? But they started as Reiki practitioners, right? So you need to be careful and know, this is my message. This is what I want to be known by. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is who I work with. This is the impact I create for my clients, and this is how. And this is so revolutionary, so different to anything out there because of X, Y, and Z. This is what you must know, right? To even start. Remember, message needs to align with your clients. So I had another Reiki practitioner who, so she really wanted to help people who were not into spiritual world. They knew nothing about energy, and she wanted to help people with physical pain. But her language to get people interested, her language was so spiritual, and I was like, there's a really disconnect between your clients, where they are right now, to where you are, you communicating to them in a language that they completely don't understand, and they will not align with it, right? So only when she changed her language to say, hey, if you've had chronic pain, and you've tried traditional way of healing it and didn't help, come and talk to me, I know how to do that, right? And only then she was able to educate her clients, and then she could then be her authentic self, use her language with her clients. But they were ready for it because they needed a bit of preparation, a bit of education, right? So be mindful what language you use, depending on what clients you want to work with, okay? Because your language also carries vibration. So even I've had clients as well, who had amazing strategy, amazing marketing. They hired marketing agencies to do all the work for them, and they were getting 0 results. Why? Because the energy of the message was so off. I remember I had one client who, she was actually creating her own copy, and I was going through her copy, and I was like, strategically, everything looks 100%. But the reason why you're not attracting clients is because when I read your post, you feel angry, and she was talking about love, and the language was beautiful and loving and beautiful, right? Healing. But The vibration behind it was anger, was frustration. And I said to her, when I read your post, I feel like you might slap my face if I approached you, right? Like, that's not okay. And we had to heal all this resentment she had for her business, all this aggression she had for her business. And then, you know, she transformed and her business became magnetic because our words carry vibration. So you might sound confident, you might sound amazing, your content might be top notch. But if you energetically are doubting yourself, you don't think you're good enough, you don't think you can provide the impact that your soul is telling you can, you're not going to attract clients as well. That's why business strategy by itself will not get you there, right? And I've had clients who've invested 10,000, 20,000 pounds in strategy, in funnels, in agencies, and they get zero results. Why? Because they are not energetically aligned with their vision. They are not who they meant to be yet, right? So the internal transformation is always number one, okay? So, so from that place, you know, foundations of your business, your niche needs to be aligned with your purpose, needs to be aligned with your superpower, with your talents. You need to have a very clear message. You need to be very clear about who you are, who you serve, what impact you're creating, how you're creating it, and why is it so unique. You must know that. And then you need to create an offer. By that point, you would have channeled knowledge and you will know your process. But it's about creating a beautiful offer that feels aligned and attracts people to you. Fifth pillar is mastering your soul-aligned business strategy. Strategy is so important. It will help you go out there. It will help you attract people. It will help you be visible. It is so important. But the key here is it needs to be so aligned. It needs to be channeled in order to work, right? So the first thing to do is to create community. I see so many people who are like, yeah, I'm trained now. I'm just going to go to other people's Facebook groups and I'm just going to market myself. You're talking to people who don't know you. You're making it so hard for yourself. It's so hard to sell to somebody who's never worked with you before, right? We need to create trust, especially now, you know, our industry is crumbling because of the trust issue. People are scared because they've invested in coaches, they've invested in healers, they've promised them promised land and they never delivered. People are scared now, right? So that's why it's so important to connect to our love, to our care, and treat people with respect and with the love that they deserve, right? And that is my superpower. The reason why my clients are able to quantum leap and transform at such profound level is because I'm able to create space for them that it's loving. I love my clients. I don't see them as my clients. I see them as my soul family. We come together to create beautiful masterpieces. We're here to create magic. We're here to create together beautiful impact in the world. I deeply love them. I love every single person I work with. I see their magic before they see their magic. I never ever give up on them because I know how difficult this transformation is. It's so easy to give up. It's so easy to say, you know what, this is not for me, this is too hard, I can't heal this, like the trauma, the hardship, the heartbreak is hard. I never ever give up on them because I see the potential in them. I see their magic, and my role, my purpose is to activate them, is to help them get there. Because if I don't help them create the impact they're meant for, who will? Only I can do it the way I do it. And we are meant to work together. I really believe that people who are meant to work with us, they will work with us. Okay? That's why I never worry about, oh my God, will I attract enough clients? Yeah, always. That's my belief. Of course. Right? So that's why it's so important to create community. And you do that through email lists. It's important to have email lists, and it's important to do a social media platform, right? I used to teach Facebook. That used to be my thing. People used to call me Facebook Queen because I loved Facebook. I'm still on Facebook. I still love that platform. But Facebook might not be right for you. So when I work with my clients, again, when we're going through channeling of their business strategy, we ask their guidance. What is my social media platform that is truly aligned with my core? Where, your clients are everywhere, right? On any social media platform. So you never ask, where are my clients at? You ask yourself, what social media platform aligns with my core, right? So we channel that information and they go there and they start creating communities, right? So create community, create safe space for people to come to, you need to welcome them. See it as you see in real life, how would you treat someone in real life? Because all of a sudden when we're on social media, we are like very different to our like normal self, right? Then, now I'm giving you business strategy, like step-by-step process for how to actually get clients and monetize your business here, right? So write everything down, ask questions if you need to. First of all, freebie. Freebie is a proven strategy. But the way I do freebies are very different to really convert people. So from freebies alone, my clients are able to get 10 to 25K months, like just from freebie alone, right? And a lot of people come to me and say, yeah, but I've done freebies before, they don't work. They don't work because you haven't done them right. When we're doing this business, it's important to do freebies. Why? Because you have just created something so new, so revolutionary. You've created your own program, your own modality. I've had people who created their own modalities. I've had people who created their own methodologies, their own programs, right? That's what I'm all about, like creating something so significant and life-changing for your clients. And it's so different from anything else out there. Therefore, you need to educate your clients about who you are, what you do, why this is so revolutionary, why this is so unique. Talk about your superpower. Talk, right? Like, be in your power and understand how amazing, embody that greatness. Claim it. Claim that you're fucking amazing because I know you are, right? Like, you need to do it. So you do that through a freebie. Create a beautiful freebie. Like, this is my freebie, right? I want to deliver something that will change your life. Like, if you implement this, I know this will change your life, right? I've seen it so many times before. Create a freebie that you're passionate about, that you love, that people, even if they don't work with you, there will be some shift, there will be some sort of impact. Educate them. It's all about education. We should never do healing in our freebies, coaching, because that's what people should really pay you for, that transformation. But it's all about education, right? Freebies are amazing because they get people who are already looking for solutions, right? We don't want to waste time on people who are not ready to invest in you. You cannot create impact with people who do not invest in you. It's just impossible, right? Unless you're running a charity. So freebies are amazing because when you get people interested in a freebie, they're already looking for solutions. They're looking to hire someone. They are ready, right? And not everybody obviously will buy your products from a freebie. That's fine. But, people need time to get to know you, get your, trust you, see if you vibe, if you're the right match. And, that takes time for some people. Some people are like buyers. They're like, yeah, I'm in, I want this, I'm ready, that's it. And some people take time, and the community will help you sustain that sort of relationship with your clients. So definitely do freebie. Definitely. Then the second strategy is soul-aligned content creation. So again, of course, there's strategy. There are different types of content that it's proven to work to convert people from no clients to then clients. I teach you all that as well. But what's really important and really what makes a difference from creating content that people are just like, oh, that's really nice, scroll. Oh, that's really nice, scroll. To being like, oh my God, I feel it. I feel activated. I need to work with her, right? There's a massive difference between those two contents. One is just using strategy and being like, not stepping into your power, not claiming your greatness and uniqueness. And one is when you are energetically charging your content, right? And it comes from your energy, your energetics, right? So you really need to, so what I do with my clients as well, I teach them how to channel content. With channel content, you can actually energetically connect with your clients and ask them, what do you need to hear from me today? And it's all very authentic. We use, we step into our truth. We use our voice. It's all very, very authentic. And this is how you activate clients. Your content should be activating you. You should be like writing this content, be like, oh my God, I fucking love it. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this. If you don't feel it, if you are not activated by your business, if you're not being activated by your content, nobody else will. Again, it's inner work. Before we do strategy work, you must do the previous pillars, right? So content is very, very important, because content, that's something that, that people see every day, or how often you want to post as well, right? So it builds that trust. And from content creation, again, you can make 10, 20K months just from content creation, right? That's your main vehicle of attracting clients. And the last strategy is automation. And typically what I do is I do a freebie. So obviously this will be recorded, and then I turn it into automation. That's why this is a free masterclass, but at some point it will turn into a paid offer, right? So then what you do use a freebie, and you use automation. So people automatically, when they join your freebie, they receive a freebie, and then you use content marketing to to build that trust. And if they feel aligned with what you want to do, what you offer, then they can join you, right? So it's very important to have those three in place. Automations, again, they make anything between 5 to 10K months if done correctly. And what I love about automations is they create income on autopilot. So once you set it up once, like, that's it, and that can give you like really massive freedom. If you want to take time off in your business, you can. Like, typically I take 2 to 3 months off in my business. I work really around my children. So I want you to have freedom. If you want to go on a retreat, go on a retreat. If you're just not feeling right, and you just, we all have inner cycles in our business where, when we are, cycle of like massive energy activation, you feel that's the time when you should be going out there and attracting people. And then there's natural cycle of, I feel like I need to go in more, reflect more, gather my energy again. And that's okay. You can step back from your business, right? But just because you're stepping just because you're stepping back, doesn't mean that you're not showing up. You can schedule posts. So many times people think I'm working, but I'm actually not working, because it's down to your strategy, right? So those 3 things are very important. 4 things. First of all, community and your email list, freebie, content marketing, and then automations, right? And the 6th pillar, which is all about designing your sustainable growth and creating the right business model for your freedom. So automations, I already spoke about automations, but automations is part of this. And also creating a product suite, because typically, we create your signature offer. We create like the offer that, you've channeled and is amazing. And that's your first thing that will get you to your first 5-figure months. But then you obviously naturally want to grow your business. You want to help more people in order to create more impact, right? So then it's important to tune in and really figure out, how you want your business to grow. Do you want to have, typically you have different offers, multiple offers. You don't have to have a lot of offers. I only have 2 offers on a table. People can join my group program or work with me one-on-one, which has changed massively from last year. But, like, we need to, again, channel that and figure out what business model works for you, works for your lifestyle. Remember, your business shouldn't be your whole life, right? Like, you need to enjoy your life. You need to have freedom. You need to have time freedom, location freedom. You want to do what you want to do with your life, right? And business should be the mechanics that actually give you that freedom, right? So that's about, creating more growth. So, how many of you have questions about the pillars? I'm going to share with you my presentation again, because I want to share with you some amazing, I want to show you that it works, right? I want to show you the proof, because just because it works for me doesn't mean that it works for everybody, right? But the people who come to me, obviously, they are aligned with what I teach. So these are just some of the results for my clients, people growing their Facebook groups by over 300 people in a space of a month. That's all organic. I don't teach adverts, it's all organic. Or 300 members in 1 week, or here we have 700 comments, so from one post. So that's the thing, if you feel like Facebook is dead or social media is dead, and because you keep posting and you're not getting any reach, you can see that actually this actually works. When you work on your energetics, when you're activating your unique blueprint for success, and you have the right business strategy that is so uniquely designed to you, it's so it's channeled for you, things just shift, Or 700 comments from just one post. Here you have 708 comments from one post. So I want to share with you my typical day. And a lot of people do go through business and they don't actually focus on money generating tasks. So I want to share with you what money generating tasks I do. So this varies, right? But on average, I spend about 30 minutes creating content. I channel, so a lot of the time I create a lot of content in one sitting, and then I schedule it for different days. I spend 10 minutes promoting my freebie, so that's something I do every day. So I want to be growing my community. I'm networking in that way. I spend roughly 1 hour a day with my clients 3 times a week, and as you can see, I use a lot of time on working on my alignment, connecting to my soul, getting guidance, embodying my next level self. So this is very important work for me. So that's less than 3 hours a day on average, okay? And this process generated over 100K in just 6 months, okay? So so I just want to share with you that this works. Okay, so now I want to do this beautiful exercise with you. So I want you to, I know you've been listening to me a lot. There was a lot of information coming your way, and I'm sure lots of you will be watching replay just to gather it all. But for now, I want you to take a breathe. Take a breather and really sit comfortably in your chair. Close your eyes if you're able to do so. Don't do this whilst you're, when it's unsafe to do so. And I want you to really connect to your heart. So really put your hands on your heart. Feel it beating. Take a few deep breaths. So breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Take a few deep breaths and follow your natural breath. And the intention here is to really connect to your heart, to your soul, to your essence, okay? And as you're connecting, as you're breathing, you're connecting deeper and deeper and deeper. You're connecting more and more and more. And as you're connecting more and more, I want you to imagine this, okay? You've built a soul-led business that radiates your essence. A living, breathing extension of your truth and purpose. A sacred temple that not only lights you up, but magnetizes your dream clients. Those who are already searching for your frequency and are ready, willing, and eager to pay for your gifts. You wake each morning in deep peace and knowing. Your phone lights up with notifications. Another client has just signed up. Money flows in as naturally as your breath, gracefully, abundantly, effortlessly. 10K, 25K, even 50K months are no longer distant visions. They are your new normal. Not through hustle, not through sacrifice, but through alignment, energy, and divine embodiment. You are no longer overworking, second-guessing, or bending yourself to fit old systems. You are in your feminine flow, anchored in your power, doing less and receiving more. You move through your business with ease and confidence, guided by a proven channeled strategy that mirrors your energy and evolves with you. No more burnout, no more chasing, no more questioning if you are enough. You sell with soul. You serve from overflow. You rest in the knowing I was born for this. You have time freedom, creative freedom, spiritual freedom, financial freedom. You are living, breathing proof that you can have it all. Impact, income, and integrity without compromise. Oh, that felt good to me. I don't know. How did you guys feel? Did you feel this? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, how did that feel? Did it feel like a distant vision, or does it feel more real now? Let me know in comments below how it went for you. And I want to let you know that this is all possible, right? If you could see it, if you can visualize it, if you could feel it, it's all within your field already. It's all about just embodying and bringing it more to your reality. And everything I taught you today, right, is just a tip of an iceberg. Obviously, it's now about doing the work. It's not only about knowing what you have to do, but actually doing it and going through this massive internal transformation. So let me ask you, and I want to get some yeses if this is you, right? Lucy, I built my house of business that glowed green and welcoming. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. So now I want to ask you something and tell me if this is you. I want to get the energy going. I want to get you into the energy of overflow, of hell yeah, I can do this, right? The confident energy, okay? Are you ready to ignite the transformation your soul and business have been craving? And if this is you, say yes. And also, if you're watching on the replay, say yes. I want to feel you. I want to feel your energy. I want to build your energy. And we only build energy together if we are interacting, okay? Are you ready to step into your power and build a widely successful soul-led business that creates massive impact, abundant success, and lasting wealth? Lucy, yes! Amazing. Are you ready for your first 10 to 60K months in the next 4 to 5 months from a place of ease, flow, harmony, balance, and total soul alignment? Well, if you are, it's time to take action, right? So for those of you who are already yes, I want to share with you Meant for More program, which is a 23-week program with me, and you will get trained in my healing modality as well. And before I even take you through it, I want to say that, I've been running this program for the last 7-8 years, and this program has always been very exclusive, very high-end. And for the first time ever, I'm actually opening it more to the public because now I'm ready to serve more people. As you know, I'm so passionate about making this revolution and leading women to their power, to their wealth, to their impact. So I'm making it very, very accessible, very, very affordable for the first time ever, right? So listen, yes, amazing. So this is for you if you are here to build just more than a business, right? You're here to create impact, one that awakens your soul, touches lives, and transforms the world, okay? And I mean every single word here. You're ready to rise, to step into your divine power, to remember who you truly are, to awaken or deepen your sacred gifts that live within you and shape them into an irresistible offer, a product or service that is revolutionary, soul-born, and so magnetic. You're not here to blend in. You're here to stand out and change the game. You long to heal your blocks, seen or unseen, that keep you small, hidden, or stuck in waiting. You are here to shift your frequency, to rise into the next level version of yourself, confident, abundant, and magnetic. You are ready for strategy, but not just any strategy, right? You want a channeled, proven, soul-aligned roadmap that honors your essence and guides you to repeatable, scalable success without ever compromising who you are. You are done watching time slip through your fingers. You can feel the urgency in your bones. You were meant for more, and now you're ready to claim it. You want success on your terms with ease, flow, and alignment. You want a business model that brings your dream lifestyle into reality. No more sacrifice, no more hustle, only harmony. Your soul already knows. You're not here to follow. You're here to lead. The time is now. So this is what we'll cover each week, and I'll be sharing the link to the page where you can find out more about each week, explaining exactly what we're going to do. So I'm not going to go through this right now, but I just want to share with you that every week we are building your business energetically and strategically. So every week we are building your business step by step in real life. What's included? So you'll receive weekly teaching modules. You'll receive powerful written or video content every week, and this will include channeled wisdom combined with strategic knowledge, as well as guided meditations and activations to really help you create the biggest transformation. You will also get 2 weekly calls with me. Every week 2 calls with me. One is dedicated to your self-healing, another one is dedicated more to creating your business. So the first one is healing. So you'll experience deep energetic transformation as we permanently release 1 block per week as a collective. So the key here is that everything happens permanently. Once you remove that block, it will never come back again. Okay, that's how powerful this modality is. Each session is channeled, and I'll also be guiding you through practical tools and embodiment rituals to help you integrate the healing into your business and life. Because as you know, healing by itself will not get your results. It will help you get there, but it's not the only thing that will get you results. It's the embodiment that really gets you there. And then the second session during the week, we'll have more around business. So, it's going to be coaching, mentoring, and channeling as well. I used to do coaching in a very traditional way before. Now, as I shifted, as I connected deeper into my gifts, I do in a very different way. So I always take my clients into meditative state where they meet their soul, and we actually receive divine guidance from your soul tailored to your business journey. So every week you have a module to complete. We will have a different task to do, and we'll be building your business week by week. So every week your guidance will be tailored towards that particular topic we are working on. Okay, and we'll translate that guidance into practical, actionable steps that you can implement to grow your business every single week. So both weekly sessions are recorded because, as you know, energy is non-linear. Healing doesn't rely on time and space the way the mind does. These sessions are infused with high frequency energy, healing codes, and soul aligned transmissions. Okay, and the energy doesn't expire. You'll remember that your subconscious receives what it needs beyond time and space, and often replays, allow for deeper integration at your own pace. Okay, remember that the work we're doing is timeless, the healing is alive, and the shifts are definitely yours to claim. On top of that, you'll receive one-to-one support. So this is a beautiful blend between group practice that really encourages you to get support from your sisterhood, but also blends in one-on-one support, because I know that the transformation that we'll create together, in order to go from having no business or no clients all the way to creating consistent 5-figure weeks or months, you need to go through massive transformation internally and, with your business. So I really believe that one-on-one is super important in order to help you get there. So on weekly basis, we're going to have catch-ups via voice notes. So I'll be reaching out to you, making sure that what you're doing is correct. I'll be making sure that you are actually doing the work. So I'll keep you accountable, and you'll receive personalized intuitive guidance and laser focused strategy. Okay, to keep you aligned, activated, and moving forward every single week. On top of that, you will be able to share your work with me, and I'll be giving you personalized feedback on your work. So when we get to, building your business, creating your message, your mission statement, your content, you can share with me as much as you want, and I'll give you personalized feedback on that as well. This will guarantee that what you're doing is correct, and that is the key to getting results. What else? Of course, you get access to our private group where you have access to other women on the same path. This is very high vibe community. Okay, it's beautiful. We support one another. We hold each other accountable. When people are going through difficult times, we're there to support them, hold them. but we also celebrate. We it's very, very high vibe community. And in the past, what I've seen people do, that those people, those women have such beautiful gifts, and they help one another with their gifts. Sometimes they collaborate, they send clients to one another. It's just such beautiful community. You can also receive accountability partner if you want. And I'm giving you bonuses worth £2,500, which are completely free, and that will obviously help you on this journey. I didn't want to list everything down here, but on our landing page you can see the bonuses that you'll receive. And for the first 5 people who sign up, I'm super excited about this bonus. This bonus, it's a special bonus that in itself it's worth £5,000. And you'll get access to my channeling gifts. So this in itself is absolutely priceless. I channel things for my business, the guidance, the content, everything I channel for my business. So you'll receive direct access to my intuitive channeling to guide your soul aligned strategy, clarify your next steps, or co-create content that lands with power and purpose. Okay, so you can request whatever you need and I'll do that for you. So, my clients who have received this, they say that this is absolute game changer for them, because the energy behind my channeling is so potent. It's so powerful. So if you want to join this program, if your soul is on fire and is telling you, yes, this is the right thing for me, make sure you get that bonus, because this will be a game changer for you. And the results, let's talk about the results, right? There's so many results you're going to walk away with. It's a 23-week program. We'll be working together for over 5 months, and your life will never be the same. I can promise you that. Okay, remember that this is not just a business program. A lot of people come to me because they want to create a business, right? Of course, you want to be making money, but this is so much more than that. You'll be activated, you'll be aligned, and fully embodied as the next level version of yourself. You'll be creating wealth, impact, and freedom on your own terms. So, firstly, it's all about deep soul alignment and identity shift. So you'll know exactly who you are beneath all the conditioning, all the programming, all the limitations, fears, doubt. We'll get rid of it. So you know exactly who you are, what you're here to create, and how to do it. You'll be able to embody the magnetic, powerful version of you that creates impact and leads with certainty. Energetic and subconscious reprogramming. So you'll dissolve deep-rooted blocks. You'll rewire your mind for success and activate a frequency that naturally attracts wealth, visibility, success, and aligned opportunities. Of course, you'll uncover your unique medicine, gifts, and your genius. You'll craft an offer that transforms lives, that will really be life-changing for you and your clients. And you'll also implement a practical, proven, scalable, and channeled business strategy that evolves with you. Everything we do is channeled. Everything is tailored to you. Everything is there to really activate the blueprint, the energetic blueprint that it's yours, that leads you to your success. And of course, quantum income and impact expansion. So, we do want you to be abundant. We want you to be creating wealth, to scale your business, to be growing, because the more you grow, the more impact you can create. So you unlock new levels of abundance. So my clients typically go between 9K to 60K months, while making the impact. So what makes this program so unique? First of all, it's a channeled wisdom. There's no business program or any program out there like this. Okay, I've been told this by my guides, and because the teachings come from 3 different sources: 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, and the Pleiadians. And they're guiding you to build a soul-led business rooted in love, flow, harmony, and limitless abundance by fully embodying your true power and authentic self. Okay, this doesn't exist anywhere else. Channeled strategy. So, when you join other programs, it's all about, you must follow my steps, otherwise you will not succeed. This is unlike cookie cutter approaches. This program delivers a proven, practical business strategy, personalized and channeled uniquely for you. So you will be actually channeling this. Oh, if you want, I can do that too. From your source, from your essence, from your soul. Your soul is the only thing that knows exactly what you need to do and how to get you to your success, to your to fulfilling your purpose in the easiest way, in the most aligned way. Okay. So this is very, very important. And it's holistic transformation. You know, we do it all. We're healing your blocks, we're raising your vibrations, we're igniting your power, we're embodying your next level self while crafting a soul aligned business that flows with ease, balance, and abundance, creating impact and wealth without sacrifice or hassle. Deep healing modality. So my channeled healing modality, you know, targets root causes of internal blocks, but it goes way beyond. You know, we also heal related relationships, and it reaches back beyond this lifetime to uncover and rewrite your soul's lessons. So for every block that you have, we will visit that life, and then we go back to the beginning of that life to rewrite your past, to ensure that what you've done is actually accomplish your soul lesson. And from that, you'll see so many lessons, you will understand so many things, lessons that will help your business explode. Okay, so that will help you free yourself from any karma. Soul guided coaching. So, you know, as I mentioned before, I guide you into meditative states where you meet your soul and spirit guides to receive direct divine business guidance week by week, which we blend with personalized channeled strategy, bringing your soul-led vision into grounded, tangible results. And of course, we work as a union. You don't only get to work with me, you work with my guides. So it's 5D consciousness, abundance consciousness, and the Pleiadians. They're so powerful. And of course, the other thing that makes this program so unique is me. You know, my devotion, my love, my care I have for you, for my clients is absolutely unmatched. You know, it's my ability to hold space so powerfully that you feel safe enough to rise. This is very important, because a lot of people work with coaches that they don't really feel comfortable with, or even if they feel comfortable, they're not able to rise. There's not enough energy or enough space for them to do that. So, you know, my energy, my love, and guidance are held with such fierce intention that you feel grounded, you feel supported, you feel loved, heard, and deeply seen. And this allows you to open your heart, feel safe, fully heal, trust, receive, and expand, stepping into the person you've always been here to become. So now I want to share with you a few results of my clients. I have so many testimonials. They're all on my landing page, and I'm not going to read through these testimonials, but I want to share with you really what's possible. The minute you step into your power, the minute you start really embodying the person you've always meant to be here, everything shifts for you and your business, okay? So with Rebecca, so the first month when she launched her program, she made 21K, followed by 40K. So she made over 61K. Another person made 9K. We have Sarah, who hit her first 10K month, and she's been trying to get to 10K months for absolute years and years and years, and she managed to do that. So she was like, it's a miracle. And I'm like, no, it's not a miracle. I know exactly what's happened, right? Veronica, she made 20K just after she launched the program. Maria, she made 5K in 24 hours in cash. So I'm sharing this with you because what's happened here, she only just, she went from charging around $100 per sessions with clients, and she couldn't get any clients. And then she created her own program, her own teachings, and she was charging, you know, just over $2,500 for it. And within 24 hours, she made just over 5K from that, right? People just jumped on it. And now 60K month, right? This just shows you that what we do really works. It's so powerful, and it's because you will be so changed as a person. So here's a reminder of what you'll get, okay? So remember, you get weekly teaching materials, you get 2 weekly recorded sessions where we're healing your blocks and we're building your business. You get weekly one-on-one catch-ups with me. You get personalized feedback on your work. You get access to our supportive sisterhood and accountability partner, and you get free bonuses valued at £2,500. Or you can get the extra bonus where you get access to my channeling gifts for that's £5,000 as well. So the total value of this whole program is £11,500. Okay, this is how valuable it really is. So, but I normally charge for this program £3,500, and that's just for the program without any bonuses. Okay, that's just program by itself. But that's not what I want to do today. Today, I want to present to you with really one-time offer. I want to do this because I'm really feeling called to share this knowledge, share this wisdom. I really truly believe that every single woman is so, so powerful. You have such power within yourself, but we keep it so dimmed, right? And when you access your gifts, when you access the uniqueness, when you create offers that are absolutely life-changing, and you become the person you've always meant to become, the beautiful, loving leader, and leading your clients to life transformations, like this will change the world, and I really mean it. When you get to transform people's lives and create the impact that you're meant for, fulfilling your purpose, you will be changing the world. The more people do it, the better the impact, the quicker the world will shift. So I'm making it super accessible now. Now you can get it for £2,500 paid up front, plus obviously all the bonuses, or I'm spreading it across 12 months to make it even more accessible, okay? So you can get everything that I've mentioned, the teaching materials, my one-on-one support, the sessions, 2 sessions, and so on, for only £250 per month, which makes just over £58 per week, and that's just over £8 a day. The reason why I'm breaking this down for you, because I remember first time when I had to make an investment in my business right at the beginning of my journey. You know, the coach said £5,000, and I said, oh my God, I can't afford it. There's no way I can afford it. But then when you think about it, when you break it down to, £8 per day, let's say, you realize that that's probably the amount you spend every day or during the day without even thinking. You might want to get a magazine, buy a book, buy a coffee and a cake, treat yourself to lunch, and this money is just leaving your account, but it's not an investment. Once you spend it, it's gone. Whereas here you can really invest in your dream, invest in your future, and really create the impact you're meant for. So you're not only doing it for you, but you're doing it for humanity. You're doing it to create a better world. So as I say, £8 a day, what is that? That's price of a coffee and a snack. And that's really to radically shift the course of your life and become a 6-figure soul-led business owner, right? So that's 58% off right now. So you're saving £3,500. So for me, obviously, I'm biased here, right? But this is a no-brainer offer. And I really, I've been in the coaching and spiritual healing industry for 8 years, and I've joined so many programs, and I've never seen program with this level of support for this investment, right? I know that as I go next year, I know the prices will be different. So if I don't want you to think about this. I want you to feel into this. Okay? I want you to feel into it to see if this is the aligned thing for you. I don't want you to join this program from a place of fear and like, oh my God, I must make money. It should come from a place of alignment of, this is my desire. This is calling me. I'm ready to step into my next level self. I am ready to fulfill my purpose. I've always known I was meant for more. I didn't know how to do it. And this is the key to this. This is my roadmap to unlocking my gifts and creating beautiful impact with my business, right? You need to feel into it. Of course, as you make a decision for investment, the fear is always there. You need to know that that's your mind protecting you, and that's absolutely normal. But go with your gut. That's what I want. And if you want to join, please reach out to me. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to make sure that we are aligned, that I want to find out exactly what your expectations are to make sure that I can actually provide them. I only enroll clients that I'm truly aligned with into my programs. So yeah, so if you want to find out more, private message me. I'll send you the link. We can have a further conversation to ensure that this is the right fit for you, okay? And you also have an opportunity to win one-on-one personalized advice with me worth £350. So what happens in this session is that I dive deep into your personal business situation. I'll always give you guidance regarding your energetics and your strategy. So I tell you what blocks you're currently facing that needs to be healed and how to heal it to skyrocket your business. and I always give you my personalized advice as to strategically, step by step, what you need to do in your business to start attracting clients with ease. So this is worth £350. And you know, all you need to do is ask me, reach out to me to get this graphic, and you need to share it on your social media, so on your story, and tag me in it. So once you do it, then you know, after some time, I'm going to be doing a draw, and whoever gets, you know, whoever I pick from the draw wins the session with me. So this is really simple. It will take you like literally 1 minute to do it, and you can win beautiful, beautiful advice that will, again, you know, propel you for success in your business. So I'm super excited for this. I forgot to mention that we only have 10 places available in the program. So because, you know, I will be working with people one-on-one, it takes a lot of my time and effort, obviously, to get you to the results. So I'm only opening my space and heart to 10 beautiful soul-led women who are absolutely ready to step into the powerful version of themselves and fulfill their purpose, create their impact, and with that comes abundance and wealth. So if you're ready for this transformation, do let me know. Uh, but for the rest of you, I really hope you enjoyed the masterclass. Thank you so much for joining me. I've absolutely loved having you here. Thank you for letting me share this beautiful wisdom that came through me. You know, 5D business model, it's absolutely out of this world. It creates such incredible results for me and for my clients. And if you take everything on board and if you really implement everything I've been teaching you today into your business, I can promise you your life will change, your business will change. It just is, you know, it's just so powerful. So yeah, so again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Please share this masterclass as it's still free with anybody else who currently is struggling with their business, who want to lead their business from soul alignment, and people who really want to make a difference, because that's the people who need to really hear it. I'm sending you lots of love. Thank you very much, guys. You mean the world to me. Take care. Bye.